I have a perfect older brother who I've talked about many times. And he married a perfect woman. And they've given birth to 3 perfect children. Christopher Michael Lowry, Courtney Gail Lowry, and the newest addition, Chad Allen Lowry. Allen, named after me, Mark Allen. And what's so strange is that, you don't have to applaud, I had nothing to do with any of this. Chad looks like me, poor child. His head is my size. I have always had a head this big, I kind of grew into it. If I'd been a little bit taller, it would have fit. I was born with a head this big, which was a lot of my self-image problem when I was a little kid, because other kids would make fun of my head. Because it's a little bitty body and this huge head. I'd come home from school and say, "Mama, everybody's making fun of my head again." She'd say, "Oh, Mark, it's okay. Here, let me dry your eyes." But Chad, he's a cutie. He'll grow into his head. But when Christopher was born, there's something about that firstborn. The firstborn gets all the home movies, gets all the snapshots, all the Polaroids, all the videos. Anything you can do for a firstborn, they get it. The second one gets a couple of snapshots. The third one is lucky to get his footprints on his birth certificate. And when I first went to meet Christopher Michael Lowry, my perfect older brother's first perfect child, I went to see him, and he's a fat baby. I like fat babies. I don't like skinny babies, Skinny babies look like if you drop them, they'd break. Fat babies, you drop them, they just bounce back, I was flying not too long ago in this packed flight. It's packed. I'm tired of flying. I wish they could fax me over. Now they have those cheap fares on those flights that they just run. Everybody's flying. Used to, you'd have several seats open around you so you could relax, loosen your belt and explode. But now everybody's on these flights, and I was flying on this long 4-hour flight, and I was praying I'd have an empty seat next to me, flying across the country. And they had this old gentleman on the aisle, and then they came and got him and took him up to first class, and I thought, oh, that's great. I'm going to have both of these seats to myself. And I'll get to raise those armrests, get the pillows and the blankets and lay down, and enjoy myself. Because every other seat was taken. But I was not so fortunate. I looked up the aisle, and I saw her coming. A 29-year-old mother and her 6-month child coming down the aisle to sit next to me. And she was one of these friendly types that kind of just talks nonstop, the mother just circular breathes. She sat on the aisle and she stuck that 6-month-old child next to me. And I don't have anything wrong. I'm not, have anything against children. I'm single. I'm not married. I don't have children. And if you're going to stay single, not get married, and you want to be in the ministry, you better not be having children. And I'm not used to kids. I don't know that. I like my nephews and my niece, but I don't want every other kid around me. 'Cause I don't know what to do with them. This kid sat next to me and sucked on anything she could get in her mouth. The seatbelt, I looked over and the seatbelt was just gone. She's sucking on the seatbelt, and she got bored with that, and then she saw my arm and thought it looked edible. She started sucking on my arm, and the mother thought it was cute. I felt like a salt block sitting there. The hairs on my arm looked like they'd been moosed before we got off the ground. I didn't think she was sucking that hard till I noticed 2 of my tattoos were missing. And then the mother says to me, we're talking. She likes to talk, so I just put my book down. I figured I'm going to have to talk. She said, "Well, what do you do for a living?" she asked me. I'll never forget. I hate that question because I have no idea what I do for a living. All I know is what I used to get whipped for doing in church, I get paid to do now. That's all I know. And I told her, I said, "Well, I'm a Christian. I tell stories about my life from a Christian perspective. I write Christian songs. I sing in a Christian quartet, gospel quartet. And I just travel around doing my little thing." And she kept talking and talking and talking. She thought, "Oh, well, that was nice. Everything I did was nice. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice." And then about halfway through that flight, y'all, she looked at me and she said, "Do you mind if I change her diaper right here? It's only a wet one." I felt like saying, "Do you mind if I throw up right here? It's only a wet one." And I mean, what could I tell her? She said, "Do you mind if I change?" What could I tell her? I'd already told her I was a Christian. She raised that Pampers box up. And I said, "Looky there. You don't have to change your diaper. It says right there on the box, up to 26 pounds. We can weigh her and keep flying." Oh, but no, she wouldn't have it. She opened that diaper and surprise, surprise, surprise. It weren't no just wet one. The oxygen mask fell out of the ceiling. I thought they were gonna have to raise that wall back up in Germany. Looked like that kid had ate a whole bottle of Dijon mustard or something. And the guy behind me leaned over and said, "Excuse me, but do you have any Grey Poupon?"